recorded that. Hey,
welcome to Critical Point Reviews.
This week.
What is this, the fourth one?
Yes.
This is the fourth one. And we're doing the Green Lantern. He hasn't seen it yet.
I had my appendix taken out, so therefore I didn't get to see it.
Yeah. And
that may be a good thing. Maybe. I don't know.
Well, but I did get to see it. I saw it with my sister, actually. Was it last night? Yesterday? Yesterday morning. Yeah, yesterday morning.
I guess.
Yeah, it was. The thing about the Green Lantern is, like, the way it started, they kind of just jammed all of the story, just trying to get people up to date. They kind of jammed it all together, like, in the first few seconds. And so if you didn't know anything about the Green Lantern, you knew, but you might have gotten confused because it's just so much to take in all at once. After that, as far as the story is concerned, it kind of clears up. It kind of gets easier to follow it. But in a way, they didn't really go into the story that much. Like they went into it some, but it just felt like there's a lot more they could have explained or a lot more they could have went into. So I think the story was actually one of the more weaker elements to the movie. As far as the outer space scenes, I know it's something that you were really looking forward to, seeing about and everything. The outer space, it wasn't. I wouldn't say it was something that I hadn't seen before. It wasn't like, I think I've seen a lot more impressive stuff, say with like Star Wars, for instance. But it was pretty decent. It kind of made me want to see more of what the environment was like. And given the time that they spent there, they did a decent job showing.
They spent like only 5 minutes or so.
They really didn't spend much time at all. It was kind of sad because like there's certain characters that you start to kind of you want to see more of, particularly the guy with the mustache,
the pink guy,
with the mustache.
Yeah, Mark Strong voices him.
Yeah, and like he did a really good job. Any scene
I don't know.
I
forget previous. Gosh, I know I've seen him in other movies before. He usually plays a villain, but like he usually does a really good job. Like, it looked like he was doing like the voicing and everything from the trailer.
He did an excellent job. Like every single character that was in the outer space on that whole planet or whatever,
really good job.
They were great. Like you wanted to see more of them.
You almost had to think like, since you got those actors on board, like I know Jeffrey Rush voiced like the fish parrot looking thing, and I forget the other guy. What's the other guy's name? The big guy.
Duncan something or something.
Yeah,
Duncan. He was on the Green Mile. He was on.
He was the guy in the Green Mile that was in prison. Yeah, he was the prisoner in the Green Mile. Yeah, but
everyone was.
But he was like the main,
the tall big guy. But every character was very unique.
Think, since they got those actors, why didn't they use them more?
Right, and I don't understand that either. But they didn't spend that much time in that planet, and so you spent most of the time on Earth, and they had a pretty good story for the most part. And I thought that you kind of get a better understanding of the main character. What's his name? Hal Jordan. You kind of get an idea of his past. But even with him, they didn't get that much into they didn't have a lot of character growth with him. And most of the movie was about fear and like overcoming fear and stuff like that. But they didn't really drive that point home like the same way.
So it's almost like the main conflict is with the script.
It's with the script, and
which, I mean, we've had so many like good comic book movies coming out lately.
Yeah.
X-Men First Class was really good.
Yeah. And like this one.
I guess this year, I thought Thor was overrated. I thought, it was good. Like, I don't think you saw that, but it was good. But it was just like your basic comic book movie. There really wasn't too much to it.
Yeah, and like this one, like the bad guy, Dr. Hector, or Dr. I think it's Hector. He actually was a very compelling character, and his relationship with his dad was really it actually was one of the better aspects of the movie, and kind of got drawn into that. And but. I won't give anything away, but there was an aspect to his character, as he developed, that I thought they kind of undermined it, or they didn't stay consistent with throughout the whole thing, and it kind of was a sad kind of a progression in that. Okay, so it was a slight interruption. I'm not exactly sure where this is going to get edited, but anyway, I thought Dr. Hector's character was really strong at some parts.
You were talking about him and his dad or something.
Yeah, and his dad and everything, but there was some things that was really good about the movie. It's it wasn't all just bad. It was a good movie. It was fun to watch. We had a lot of fun watching it, but the better aspects is there's so much potential to get creative with the battles and stuff like that. If you like when you watch it, it's like so many different things. Like basically, and you've probably seen it on the trailer. It's like anything he could think of or imagine, he can basically create it and use it in some fashion or whatever. And he had some pretty unique things you wouldn't expect to see, and it kind of just like opens up the door. So it's like it's one of those movies like the way they did it, and particularly at the end, if you stay through the credits, I didn't stay all the way through, but like halfway through, there's something, and they're setting it up for another one. I kind of want them to make another movie because there's so much they could still. Yeah, there's a lot of potential for what they could do. I just hope.
I heard like I'm not sure this is true. But also, like, in one review, like, I heard it was sort of stupid, but then in another review, I heard it was stupid, but it went along with how the character acted. They'll put the thing about the ring, you can think about anything. I heard, like, some of the stuff they made, like, I heard, like, they made a racetrack or something, I don't know what it was. But I heard it was, like, really, like, why would you, but does that go along with the character, or is that just...
If they had a racetrack in the movie, which I can't say if they did or if they did, but if, for instance, an example that you brought up, that they had a racetrack, it would be related to something that may have happened earlier in that movie. That would make
That's
it...
not really the point, dude. It's just like,
No, but I'm just saying, like, if it was a racetrack, there was something that may have happened earlier that would justify it being a racetrack.
What am I saying? Like, what I'm saying, though, is what... Did you feel it was like came off, or did it sort of come around with the character?
If I saw something similar to that when I watched that movie, I saw it and I was like, "That's surprising that they would use something like that." But it made sense given what had happened.
Okay, so it didn't come off it like because I was like there was a lot more things, but I just used the racetrack because
No, I thought like to me, I wanted there was things even though there was things I wanted to see more creative. I didn't feel disappointed because it was all reasonable for this being the first movie and everything. I would expect if they made another one, it would just be chaotic, like crazy, like stuff like very creative, very just really out the box kind of stuff.
When I heard they did a racetrack, I thought it sounded sort of stupid. I thought it was creative, but no.
Well, if they did do a racetrack,
so,
it would have been based on something like that.
I don't know. I'm sort of worried about it because it was a DC and the last DC comic movie. Actually, no, I take that back. Last DC comic movie I never saw, but I heard it was horrible. It was Jonah Hex.
Oh, Jonah Hex.
But I heard it was horrible, so I never went and watched it.
Well, I mean, look at Superman.
Yeah, but the other Superman
movies.
I
think in a lot of ways people gave Superman a hard time. But I mean, I enjoyed Superman. It just, it had
the
some.
first one was really good.
Yeah, it just had some aspects to it. The newer one, I mean, they had some aspects to it that probably
Superman Returns or something like that.
Yeah, they probably should have done differently, but I thought it was still a fun movie.
Yeah.
But just things.
But of course, and then you have Batman Begins and Dark Knight, Nolan's Batman.
Well,
those DC. Can't really compare those.
If you take just the Dark Knight, you really can't. Like, no movie really stands up to that.
What would you give it?
The Green Lantern. The Green Lantern, I would probably.
Because the way you're sounding, like I don't know, like I know I'd be disappointed because like I thought from the trailer, like I thought it looked stupid when I first saw it, but then like the way like that, which I'm sort of scared because I heard they only showed the space for like 5 minutes, so I'm afraid that like once I actually go see the movie, everything I saw that I liked in the trailer will be pretty much in the movie and the rest.
I would give the Green Lantern.
I was a little scared, but I haven't seen it, so sorry.
I would just barely give the Green Lantern a 3, and the reason being is. This is a movie that's worth seeing. I wouldn't say pay full price for it. Like if you get it on matinee or whatever, it's a fun movie. And it's like one of those movies. If they do make something of it, you'll be glad you already saw it. And it kind of like it's one of those movies I saw it and I was like,
so
I want to see
those like low 3s out of 5 sort of deal.
Yeah. Like if it was a 3 minus, or something like that.
Yes, we give out 3 minuses here.
But yeah, it was one of those movies. If you go see it, you'll enjoy it. Just don't have like high expectations of it.
Just wait for our 5+ no, I'm joking. But so 3 out of 5.
3 out of 5.
All right, well.
That's very generous.
That's that 3 minus out of 5. So, boy, thanks for watching the review.
Thank you.
Come back next weekend. I think we're gonna have Meek's Crossing come. Yeah. It comes to the theaters. Does Transformers come out this week? No.
That's a couple of weeks.
I think. Wait, Meek's Crossing is this weekend. So we'll have Meek's Crossing next weekend.
But also stay tuned because 13 Assassins is about to do a review on that one. Yeah. That should be up shortly after this one.
So, thank you. And at the end, I think the end of the month, we're gonna do the top 3
Top 3. Because I haven't seen 5 good ones.
Yeah. So you haven't seen 5 good ones. So we're going to do top 3 good ones. And maybe even a top 3 bad. I don't know if we can. I think we can do
top 3
I think we could definitely do top 3 bad.
Top 3 bad.
And top 10 movies we're looking forward to. I think we could. I could easily do that. Or top movies I haven't seen this year that have come out that I'm looking forward to. But that's it. Thank you.
Thank you.